about us charging tolls.
Is that something you're considering?
I'd rather do that than let them have them, right? Why shouldn't we? We're the winner. We won, okay? They are militarily defeated. The only thing they have is the psychology of, oh, we're going to drop a couple of mines in the water, all right? No, we have a concept where we'll charge tolls, okay? I thought you meant us. 死んだは初めて俺に伝えている。
絶望の匂いだ。
面白いこと見せようか。ほら、こんなに家賃が多すぎて。
お父さん。
あかん。
ドナルド君、まだ死ぬ時じゃないでしょ。
アメリカ、万歳。ファイト。
絶対負けないよ。
ランドスライドまで。
出ろ。だってまだサンキュー言ってないでしょ。一回も言ってください。
おい、仲良くしてね。この世界、季節にいけるかな。昔グレートだった。大きにまたグレートになるかな。あのさ、有名人なら誰かのマンコを掴んでいいさ。そう。見放せるで。
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Monday, I think. Fuck, I've been streaming so much. I don't even know. Streamed till like 2 o'clock in the morning last night, so I think it's Monday. It doesn't even matter. It's a day that ends in Y, meaning people are fighting on the internet because that's what the internet was for. All right? The internet is for fighting, arguing, laughing at memes, and looking at attractive women. That's it. Anything else, you're missing the point of the internet. You're welcome. What's up, Marmillin with $20? Says double it since I missed the late night stream. Pre-stream chat grift tax. $20 to start the party. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much. Marmillin, good peeps in the house. Fear the door greeter for $1. I really, really wish we could do a skit where we just have Beardo as a door greeter at Walmart for a day. I really would love to do that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. The Vexurist says, Hail Jeremy, mage leader of Unit 199. Love to see the fellow iDots in my stream last night. Best community. Here's to Trump making the left lose their minds. He does it every day, and he's done it again today. And he actually technically did it last night, but we're going to cover it because he has responded to his meme that created so much controversy last night. Surly SOB says recharging Jeremy's social battery tax. Definitely needed. Thank you so much. Stormbreaker says all hail Cobra Commander Jeremy and King Trump. East Coast Toast Boy says everyone, Jeremy has breaking news. Tune in. Breaking news. I got to find that clip of Lookner. I wish I would have saved it. I didn't. Southeastern Kaiju 4199 says they let you. George says started watching season 3 of Euphoria last night for the plot. The Sweeney scenes barking in her dog outfit for her social media part were pretty damn nice. You see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I appreciate brave and stunning souls like George who are willing to watch season 3 of Euphoria for the plot. I know that was not easy for you. I know that was a very tough situation for you. And I commend you for taking on this very tough task for the rest of us. We greatly appreciate your sacrifice, and you are noted. Sean Living Life says, I literally just had McDonald's DoorDashed. So did Trump. So let's go ahead and talk about today. Well, first, I guess before we talk about today, we need to talk about last night. Last night, I was live because President Trump uploaded an image. Got a lot of people upset. because they said that President Trump was depicting himself as Jesus Christ. And I mean, make of it what you will. But, people freaked out. This is the image right here. It has now been deleted from President Trump's Truth Social account. The picture has been deleted. Disappointed that he deleted it, but whatever. So President Trump deleted the image. It's no longer available on his Truth Social account. Now, President Trump was asked about it today. If you have ever wanted to hear a more Trumpian answer, this is it right here. This is the most Trumpian answer that I have ever heard. Right here. They ask him about it, and I'm just going to let the man speak for himself.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious cancer treatments.
Yes, sir.
This goes a long way.
Yes,
It's not a doctor at all, Trump. It's obviously not a doctor. But he says, and I do help people and I do make them better. If you were spoofing Trump, you couldn't come up with a better answer than this right here. One more time.
depicted as Jesus Christ.
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support.
Red Cross.
As a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make them a lot better. I got tears in my eyes. It's so funny. You can't come up with a more Trumpian answer than this shit right here. Holy crap. Dr. Trump with the Red Cross. We're supposed to believe that Trump posted this with the intent that he's a Red Cross worker. Stop. Oh, yeah, look, there's me portrayed as a Red Cross worker. Holy shit, man. This is amazing right here. Now, we have had... I got tears in my eyes. This is so good. This is just so good. Now, I like this one right here. For my next trick, I'll make atheists defend the Pope, because Trump went ham on the Pope last night right before uploading this image to Truth Social. And so now all the atheists are out there defending the Pope and pretending to be offended over a meme. Good Lord, man. It's so fucking funny. Whatever you think of Trump, the man's comedic timing is second to none. It really is incredible. Now, do we have Alex? All right, so we do have Alex Jones responding. I'm sure this is going to be a hoot right here. Here we go. Alex Jones responding.
So as you can see, I'm going to put this image on screen and just zoom into it very, very slowly. Trump posted yesterday on Truth Social the classic image of Jesus in his triumphant robes, the white and the red, coming down to an injured soldier, and in one of his hands he has the flame of life and he's healing him. And you have other soldiers, female soldiers, looking up to him like he's God, and one of them is praying to him. And I noticed in one of the comments, "Oh, how dare you, that's not really what it is."
Classic image. What does that mean, classic image, Alex? What are you talking about? The classic image of Jesus? What are we talking about?
You need to watch out. He's just a servant of God. No, this is a theme from the White House, from Hegseth, and from Trump's spiritual advisor, the Pentecostal lady, the evangelical dispensationalist, that he is Jesus. Okay? So here's my deal. I don't like the turn of events with Trump. The Democrats are the enemy. We're opposing them. We need Trump to be good, not bad. This is insane. And to see people defend this stuff, you had Tucker a week ago saying, could he be the Antichrist? I'm like, oh, come on. Well, definitely this is let's just say, not a Christian spirit that we see coming into this. Now, listen, I know some of the stuff they post on Truth Social, it's turned out a lot of it's not Trump, okay? I'm not giving him an out. He needs to be clear.
We have reached a point where Alex Jones is pretending to be offended over Trump memes now. What is happening? How are we in this place right now? This is absolutely nuts.
Clear and say there's only one king, that's King Jesus. He's the Lord and Savior. And explain, we have a lot of fun on Truth Socials. He showed himself with the Pope and all this stuff. And I get Trump's jokes. Trump came out today and said he may rename the Strait of Hormuz the Trump Strait. Okay? But then, again, with all this background, we can't sit here and accept this. So people are really pissed. And I'll say this, whoever's pushing this narrative, who's coming up with this messaging, knows this will turn people off to Trump. Okay? Because I don't think Trump came up with this theme, and I've seen at least 10 times last month that he's Jesus out of the White House.
Oh,
I mean, this...
Alex, he didn't make the fucking meme. Yeah, Alex, Trump, as I said last night, Trump is sitting there on his phone with his $10 a month PixArt app, and he's making memes of himself and posting to True Social. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, seriously, what are we talking about?
This is crazy. And I told you about the threat escalation letter. That Trump goes in, the wheels don't fall, they close the strait, he tries to go free it with the blockade, that actually keeps it closed, and then inflation explodes and it kills the recovery plan, which the globalists want, which has now happened. That is the facts. No one can defend him. No one can defend whoever is saying he's Jesus. And that's what this is, so don't deny it. Don't try to gaslight. Trump needs to clarify this right now. And we need to get out of this war and de-escalate right now. They admit that it was Netanyahu calling in, killing the negotiation with Kushner, and killing the peace deal. This is insane.
So there's Alex being offended. We also had another clip right here. Why did Trump alter the AI Trump Jesus image to have this sun behind him? Wait, so what are they saying?
Other people have noticed.
Well, I thought he made the meme, but now you're saying he edited the meme. Which is it? So I thought he made the meme. Now you're saying he edited the pre-existing meme.
That this picture was originally posted by somebody else in February of this year, and yet the one Trump...
Listen to the investigation going on. They've gone full Batman. Someone posted this in February of earlier this year at approximately 3:42 p.m. We're doing a background check on the individual that actually posted the meme first to find out what their motivations are, what they eat for breakfast, where they go. Do they go to the gym? Do they have a Xbox Live subscription? Did they actually play Modern Warfare 2 with Jeffrey Epstein? Have they ever dropped the N-word? We're doing a full-on investigation to find out who this individual was. And, oh my God, man.
has been altered. And if the crew can bring up that image, this is the one that Donald Trump posted to his Truth Social. And right in the middle, sort of above Trump's head, in the original image, it's just soldiers sort of in heaven with the sun behind them. But this one has some sort of bizarre editing that makes the soldier in the center look like he has wings, or maybe a crown, almost like the
We are analyzing a fucking meme on InfoWars. That's what we're doing now. Has any of you ever made a fucking meme with AI? I've made plenty of them. And half the time, something in the background is completely fucked up. And you're like, how the hell did you come up with that shit, AI? Like, that's what you do. Every time you make a fucking meme and you give the prompt orders, there's like something weird as fuck in the background, and then you keep trying to tell it to correct it, and it can't correct it, and you're like, fuck it, I don't care, I'm just gonna post it. That's what happened with this meme. Somebody made a meme, somebody tried to change the meme up, AI couldn't get this correct, and so they were just like, whatever, or it made the changes it wanted to make, and whoever was uploading it was fine with the changes. Whatever. My God.
Statue of Liberty, which of course some say is a interpretation of a drawing of painting of Lucifer. So that is sort of inexplicable, sort of unexplained. I don't know if the crew can find the original one posted, but the original one just looks like a regular soldier. In this one, I don't know why, but he's got, something strange has been manipulated through AI before being posted. Very strange. Yeah, there's the edit right there. So again, why would you edit it like this? What is that even supposed to be? People are showing that it looks like it's Lucifer again.
So like on one hand, Trump has dementia and he needs to be removed from office under the 25th Amendment on one hand. On the other hand, he's making very, very deep, meaningful memes with hidden messages all along the way. And you have to look very closely in order to understand what the hidden messages of the Trump meme is.
It would be a bit overt to do something like this, but then again, maybe that's the point. I don't know. What I do know is that Donald Trump is making decisions that are genuinely insane.
Now, if you're just tuning in, Trump did respond, and he responded, as I've already said, in the most Trumpian way you could imagine. For those that are just tuning in, this is Trump's perfect Trump-level response to all of this.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross, as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious cancer treatment, so
yes, sir.
This goes a long way.
Yes, sir, it sure does.
Only Trump would respond like that. So I even said it because under Eric's post right here, and I was just like, it's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. This is the most Trump response ever. It's so funny, dude. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't do it. Now, Trump is also at the White House today taking DoorDash orders from McDonald's, because of course he is. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Stormbreaker says Trump helps the economy. He just got DoorDash. Yes. Timothy says China is currently panicking over the blockade. Normal Man says we do expect a 5-pay Oh, we do expect a 5-page essay on Euphoria 3, though, just so the rest of us know what the plot is. I am looking forward to breaking down Euphoria season 3. Very, very important stuff here. The M4 Empire says, my doctor wears that exact outfit. Look at there. Hail to you, Marvin. Yeah, me too. I mean, honestly, at this point, if I go to a doctor and he's not wearing the Dr. Trump outfit, I'm going to find another doctor. Like, make doctors great again. Dress them up like Dr. Trump. All right? That's what we need. We need more of that. Infinity Flare says the Apotheosis of Washington is a 19th century fresco in the dome of the Capitol building. It depicts George Washington as a godlike figure surrounded by angelic figures ascending to heaven. Both images blend civil figures with Christian-style religious imagery, which has a deeply rooted, often celebrated history in the U.S. People are only mad now because it's Trump. Yes. Yes, yes. People are only mad now because it's Trump. You are 100% right. Again, man, it's what he does, man. He breaks people's brains. He makes them lose their mind. And it's a rare talent that only he has. And he can do it to many a people. Norma Mann says, notice how Miss InfoWars is focused on the latest shit instead of something more important. It is weird where InfoWars is at right now, man. It really is. Forest Beyond the Tree says, has anyone ordered the Beardo low IQ hat yet? He likes hats. It would be a thoughtful gift. I think we'll make our own version of that if we're going to do that. I think we could just make our own version, G&G version. Pat Mann says, is Trump Jesus to you? Also, do you think Tucker Carlson might run for president? If so, would you support him? Okay, this is like retardation level questions. Nobody's Jesus but Jesus. So that's really stupid to ask. And no, I would not support Tucker Carlson for president at all. Andy Plays Game says, Dr. Trump tax. Thank you. Ladybug says, Dr. Trump in the house. Let me see. 2012 Jameson says, it looks like a Jedi, not Jesus or a doctor. Jedi Trump. Hey, I like that. Jedi Trump. Candace says, Dr. Trump to surgery ASAP. Stormbreaker says, it's not Jesus. It's a blonde Red Cross worker. Mudkip says, this is a 199. I don't know how YouTube came up with $2. Your Barmy says, Iran equals old news. Meme equals new end of the world news. Yes. Mass Marvel says, did you see the Stone Cold Fortnite skin? I saw the advertisement for it. But they added Buzz Lightyear. That is awesome. I will be playing again tonight because that Buzz Lightyear skin is on point. So I'll be playing later tonight over on D-Day Cobra Gaming. That performer for 20 says, at what point can we be objective about this? I defend Trump for pretty much everything, but I won't defend blasphemy. The angels in the sky are fallen angels. The crowned creature is associated with depictions of Lucifer. I mean, I addressed it last night. I said, like, there's going to be a lot of people that are upset about this, but I guess my question would be, if this is in fact the thing that you are mad about with Trump, why haven't you been mad for the past 10 years? Has Trump ever given you the confidence that he is a purely Christian man who lives life as a Christ, like follower? Like, has Trump ever given you that idea? Like, it's Trump. He's Trump. And he's done a lot for Christianity, more than any president in my lifetime. But if you're going to pinpoint him and go, he's such a Christian man, and I can't believe he would actually do this. Like, it's just Trump being Trump. Like, I don't know what to tell you if you're offended by this. I know people are, because people are emotionally tied to this topic and everything. But my question is, like, what about the last 10 fucking years? Like, he gets up there, he drops F-bombs during speeches. He talks about bombing the shit out of people. He talks about how great he is. He destroys people. He's a huge counterpuncher. You know, he makes comments about attractive women. Like, well, what do you What has led you to where you think that Trump's not capable of doing something like this? Also, has Trump ever said or done anything blasphemous? For all of his faults and for all of his brashness, has he ever been blasphemous ever? He hasn't. Not at all. So I just don't. Again, man, I respect where you're coming from, but I just question, like, what are you upset about? Like, it's Trump. It's Trump being Trump. That's really all this is about. For Fear the Door Greeter says, I'll buy meme hats, flex fit only. Brian Ross says, I had this doctor approach me one time. He went by the name Trump. He told me I had a fever and only prescription was more cowbell. M4 Empire says, you choosing Buzz Lightyear over Stone Cold Steve Austin? I don't know yet. I need to see, like, the Buzz Lightyear skin in Fortnite aesthetically works perfectly. It is a perfect fit. I'll see how the Stone Cold one looks, because I'll get that one, but Buzz Lightyear is super cool looking. So we'll see. John freaking Murdoch for 50 says, I'm not offended. I actually think it's funny, but people are now going to call him the Antichrist. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And we'll just have to see how this one plays out. It'll be another, hang on. I just saw a tweet. Hang on. God, I hate how Twitter does this, but it's all intentional where they make a tweet appear and then it disappears because it keeps you on the platform longer. They're never going to fix it. All right, here we go. Oh, thank God. I was worried Trump thought of himself as Jesus, but it turns out he's just retarded. Was worried for a second. This is a good response because it's sarcastic. Tim's sarcasm on Twitter is very on point. I give him a lot of credit for that. Now, look, we had Trump getting, of course, DoorDash. President Trump getting DoorDash, McDonald's DoorDash, and answering the door himself because, of course, he did.
McDonald's.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. I have your DoorDash one for you.
That's right. Look at this. This doesn't look staged, does it?
They're all your favorites.
This doesn't look staged, does it? God, take it, Trump.
DoorDash one for you, Mr. President.
This doesn't look staged, does it?
They're all your favorites.
That's right. These are good. DoorDash is doing a good job. So, the reason for this is the fact that I heard you picked up an extra $11,000 that you didn't get because the tax bill was so big. The refund was the biggest you've ever had. Is that a correct statement?
It definitely was. Yeah, I saved over $11,000 by not having to claim.
Was that surprising to you?
It was very surprising. Very
A
surprising.
great big beautiful bill. And that doesn't include overtime in your case. This is only just based on what we did in terms of every other aspect of the tax bill, right?
Yes, sir.
So it was 11,007.
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
that incredible? And that's what it is. The tax cut, it's really, we call it the great big beautiful bill. We should call it the great big beautiful tax cut bill because it's tremendous amounts of money. And that's overtime. That's also on Social Security, as you know.
Yes.
And it's pretty amazing.
Yes, it
And
is.
you're really nice. Would you like to do a little news conference with me and these people? These are not the nicest people. They're not nice like you. You know that, right?
I'll do whatever you ask me to do, sir.
So the no tax on tips is something special, right?
It's very special.
And that's the one that really pertains to you more than anything else.
Yes.
It's fantastic. It's so such an honor to meet you. And I think you voted for me, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah. I heard you're a great supporter. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Holy crap, man. What the hell, man? What are we doing? So funny. So funny. Okay. Trying to see, there was somebody that had a response. I have not watched this video yet. But let's see. What does this guy have to say? Okay, somebody said something about this. Let's watch this.
I know. I'm supposed to be outraged because the moral outrage crowd tells me that I'm supposed to be outraged. And yet I'm having a really hard time finding a reason to be outraged, because I learned a very long time ago that literally everything Donald Trump says and does in the public square is strategic. Everything, every post is strategic. Every time that he holds a press gaggle outside of Air Force One or outside the White House, literally every word that he uses is meant to be strategic. Everything is strategic. So when he...
That is very true. And this is something that not a lot of people understand about Trump, because Trump loves the idea that people think he's unhinged. He uses this idea that people think he's unhinged, and he uses that to his advantage. And people do not get that at all. He loves that he's unpredictable in the eyes of people, especially the ones that don't like him. He loves that because he can use that to his advantage. And people are too dumb to realize that this is exactly what he does at all times. Packy Proton says, listen, you get the good with the bad with Trump. He has bad tweets like his Rob Reiner one and this one, which I believe he was mocking the Pope, not Jesus. If his policies are effective, that's what voters will look at. And he mentioned something in that presser, or in the interview with the DoorDash woman. Now, again, I don't know. Generally, from what I understand, everybody is getting huge tax returns, from what I understand. If that is in fact the case for the majority of people out there, that's what people are going to remember. Not all this other nonsense. Epstein, Iran, all that. People are going to remember huge tax returns. And if in fact that's the case, I don't know. I'm just telling you what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people. And you got to get the gas prices down before the midterms. You got to do that, because that is essentially a tax return as well, in a way. So anyway, thank you, Nandy.
Things that seem like maybe they're going over the line. I learned a long time ago, instead of being outraged, the question I should probably ask is, what exactly is he trying to get us to pay attention to? And the other problem is, I can't really figure out what I'm supposed to be upset about in this picture. Is it the American symbolism in the photograph? Is it the military veterans and active duty military? Is it the nurse that's with him? Is it the young lady praying along with Donald Trump as he lays hands on the sick? Is that what I'm supposed to be upset about? See, the problem is, I've actually read my Bible, and I don't know if you know this or not, but we are all supposed to be laying hands on the sick. As a matter of fact, it says it right here in the Great Commission, verse 18. They will take up serpents, and if they drink any...
They certainly like to do that in a Pentecostal church. I had a very weird experience. I told you my first experience in a Pentecostal church. Them people's weird. No offense to any Pentecostal people, okay? I'm just saying, as a person that was raised Southern Baptist, Pentecostal people are crazy.
Anything deadly, it will by no means hurt them. And they will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover. Yes, that means me and you. And President of the United States is also included in the Great Commission, where we're supposed to be laying hands on the sick, including a sick and broken nation. But Patriot Dad, don't you know that it's blasphemy to depict yourself as Jesus? Wait, you think that's supposed to be a depiction of Jesus? For the Monday Morning Armchair Bible Scholar Group, show me anywhere in Scripture where Jesus is depicted wearing a gleaming white robe and a red cape. Show me, because there's ample evidence of Jesus wearing a resurrected white robe. And in Revelations, there's also evidence of him reappearing wearing a blood-soaked robe. But nowhere in there is Jesus ever depicted wearing a white tunic and a red cape. But you know who is depicted like that?
The Pope.
These people.
Yep.
That's right. These folks, the ones that Donald Trump was actively engaged in a back and forth on because the Pope decided to insert himself into politics right after a meeting with Obama lackeys and came out.
Hang on. Watching Jeremy absolutely struggle to continue to defend Trump is absolutely hilarious. Do you want to use absolutely anymore? Watching Jeremy absolutely struggle to absolutely continue to absolutely defend Donald Trump is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely. Absolutely. You want to say it 5 more times? Maybe just add it. Or maybe you can just add like watching Jeremy absolutely struggle absolutely to absolutely continue to absolutely defend Trump is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely. Fucking hell, man. Fucking TikTok kids up in here.
And condemned our activities in Iran, which is really weird because I went to look through the Pope's.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't sure what I was going to do to roast you. I pulled the comment up and I was like, how am I going to roast this idiot? And you said absolutely twice. And I'm like, there we go. I got my in right there because I had no clue what I was going to do. And I was like, am I going to make a mom joke? How am I going to? Oh, he said absolutely twice. Boom. Got him. I had no idea where I was going with that shit.
Messages, and I didn't seem to find a single instance of him condemning the Iranian regime for slaughtering up to 40,000 of their own citizens. I also can't find anywhere in recent comments of the current Pope condemning the slaughter of Christians in Nigeria. But these people wear white robes and red capes. Or maybe it's because I can just go back to the source of the original painting.
And
that
this
was
is
posted.
So that's the original, according to what a lot of people said, this account, Nick Adams, he's the original post of this meme. The people that think Donald Trump is sitting around making memes, no, it was this guy. Now, maybe it got altered along the way or whatever, but that's the original poster.
By Nick Adams back on February 4th, a painting in which he said, America has been sick for a long time. President Trump is healing this nation. So do you remember back earlier when I said that I've learned how to wait to figure out where Donald Trump is taking this? And do you also remember a few weeks ago where I walked you through every single one of the agenda points of Agenda 47? And Donald Trump has already succeeded or is in the process of completing 19 out of all of the 20 agenda items. And do you know which one has not yet been started? National unity, healing a nation, which is weird because that's exactly what we are all called to do, to lay hands on the sick and they will be healed.
Donald Trump wins again. Legalize adulthood with a proper 199. Says Dave Rubin. Breaking. Dave Rubin called. He says he doesn't give an F about the Strait of Hormuz because he's on the other team and doesn't care about fat, straight women. Holy crap. That was a good one right there. Hail to you, legalize adulthood. Why is it that there are so many people? You have to ask yourself this, okay? Right now, I just thought about this because somebody mentioned another name in the chat, and I got to thinking. I'm like, right now, I think that there's some real kind of crazy stuff going on that people are not paying attention to. Dave Rubin, obviously a gay man who buys kids with his gay husband, okay? Conservatives praised him for that, by the way, if you remember. Conservatives were like, oh, gay Rubin and your gay husband, you're so brave and stunning for buying black kids and raising them. Remember that shit? All these conservatives were like, oh, we're so proud of you, Dave. We're so proud of you. Remember that? Glenn Greenwald, another gay that is getting a lot of these conservatives to rally around him. Tim Dillon, people say that this guy is gay. I wouldn't be surprised. I also know he's a comedian and he trolls a lot, but is he really gay, or is that just like a skit by him being a comedian? I swear I would not be surprised if he was gay. And the point I'm trying to make is that what is going on with all of these people that are on the conservative side or the based side? And way too many gay dudes that are being embraced. And there seems to be some weird shit going on that people need to start paying attention to. It's a problem. But you know what's not a problem? Sydney Sweeney, jiggle physics is not a problem. He says he is, but that could be a troll. Yeah, absolutely could be a troll. You can thank Charlie Kirk for that. What do you mean? For him embracing a lot of those guys? I mean, I would have a genuine question. Like, what do you mean by that about Charlie Kirk thanking him for that? I'm very curious about that. I'm not arguing with you on it as much as I just like to understand where you're coming from with that. Did he I don't know. Was he close with Dave Rubin and Glenn Greenwald and all these other weirdos? Let's see. I think we should go back to not letting them adopt. I can't wait. I can't believe that's allowed now. Tim Dillon is not funny. No, he's not. Neither is Dave Smith. Not to sound like that. Let's see. I don't pay attention to that. Oh yeah, well, I get it. Unfortunately, there's too many in the conservative side right now. John freaking Murdoch for 50 says, "Hey Jeremy, I can see that you are absolutely struggling to defend Trump. Here's a super chat to make the struggle easier. Happy Jessica there. This makes it official, Jess. It's the only way that I will absolutely not struggle. Absolutely not struggle now. Thank goodness." Jeremy, look up Charlie Kirk and Lady MAGA. I hope this isn't bad what I'm about to look up. Charlie Kirk and I don't even know who that is. Charlie Kirk and Lady MAGA. I'm looking. I don't really see crossdresser. Lady MAGA is a crossdresser. Okay, well, I'll look that up later. I'm definitely not going to be posting. I'm not going to be reacting to this live because ain't no telling there's going to be some surprise equipment, showing up. So, here's one of my anti-Israel people. Wake up, Jeremy. It's Israel's fault. Israel was controlling Charlie. Okay. See, right when you might have me interested in a topic, I see an anti-Israel loser in here, and I completely lose interest in the topic at all. Credibility matters, okay? Credibility matters. And you anti-Israel people have zero credibility to make me listen to anything that you say because you're all fucking retarded. There it is. You're done. Simple as that. I view the anti-Israel people as kind of like how I think if you have let's say you have a situation with a high-profile male athlete or movie star, okay? And let's say that high-profile male athlete or movie star gets accused of SA by a woman, okay? What's the first thing that everybody tries to find out? What's the credibility of the accuser, correct? Okay, so if this woman has also accused 100 other men of SA, and none of those were proven to be true, at some point in time, you have to look at the accuser and go, maybe you're full of shit. Maybe you're just full of shit. Maybe you have no credibility. Maybe we're not going to take you seriously. That's how I feel about the anti-Israel crowd. Maybe you're just full of shit. Because when you blame everything on Israel, then I don't care what you have to say about anything. Simple as that. Marmellin says, you're clearly tired because that was weak AF. How do I send negative super chats for that piss poor roast? Absolutely, Marmellin, that was good. That was good. I was proud of that one. My mom even texted me and she says that was a good roast. Damn it. Marmillin's not happy though. And Marmellin gives me more money than my mom. So I'm more worried about Marmellin than, my mom's opinion on that. Surly SOB says absolutely paying the absolute tax. Let's freaking go. Marmellin says the weird thing is with the backlash is that I thought people aren't supposed to idolize this guy, yet people are treating him as one because he reshared an image he liked. Ill-advised, probably, but come on. On that point, this is what I think is interesting. What we have learned through the Trump Truth Social post being deleted is we have once again seen a ridiculous narrative completely destroyed. Because what have we been told? We have been told that Trump supporters blindly follow President Trump and don't criticize him ever. Trump supporters will never criticize Trump and they will blindly follow everything. Yet here you have Trump posting an image, a meme, and his supporters got mad to the point where he deleted it. But I thought Trump supporters blindly followed Trump. So which is it? Which is it? It's almost like that's a made-up narrative. It's almost like today's actions proved that that's a made-up narrative. I think MAGA generally agrees with almost everything that Trump says or does. Generally, not every single thing, but a lot, like 85% of whatever Trump believes or says or does. I think that the MAGA base agrees with maybe 90% of that. Okay? Fair? So wouldn't it just make sense that if they agree with him on 90% of shit, that they rarely have any major disagreements? When they do, it gets known. And this is another example. But yes, he did delete it. For those that are asking, yes, President Trump deleted it. Let me give you his response, which is the most Trumpian response of all time. If you're just tuning in, here it goes right here. Let me find it. I thought I had it pulled up, but I guess I didn't. Here we go. Let's just play this one.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought he was a doctor, and it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as
Here, the audio isn't great on that one. Let me go to this one. All right, here we go.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
It just never gets old listening to his response. Okay. Now, it obviously, like, Trump is just being Trump. All right. But him saying that, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. It's just so good. It isn't that funny. It fucking is funny. And I'm going to laugh. And I'm going to laugh even more now just because you say it isn't that funny. It is that funny. Go fuck yourself. We're going to watch it again and laugh at it.
As Jesus Christ.
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And Only the fake news could come up with that one.
I love how he decides to throw the fake news into it. Fake news is not who got upset about this Trump. Like, your own supporters are the ones that got upset, but he decides, I'm going to blame it on the fake news, because of course he's going to blame it on the fake news. Like, this thing broke at midnight last night and he got ratioed on his own platform, but he decides it's the fake news' fault.
So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious cancer treatment. So
yes, sir.
See, so like, what did the guy say right before this? He said that everything is strategic from Trump. Trump brings in a woman who got a huge tax refund, who has a husband who is sick in the hospital, and Trump brings her to the White House to answer questions in front of the media about an image of him being a doctor, where he says, I'm a doctor. I'm not portraying Jesus because I help people. I help make them better. And then he turns to the woman that is there with him and says, as I understand, your husband is sick in the hospital. The dude knows what he is doing. It is so funny. He's so good at this. There's nobody better. Like, not even close. Let him weave. Let him weave. That's right. Let me see. Okay. Got that one. Got that one. Here's a picture. Now, I was wrong about something. I have to admit it. I'm always going to admit when I'm wrong. So I'm going to admit that I was wrong. I said very sarcastically that Trump did in fact not make the meme. I was wrong. We actually have a picture of Trump making the meme. So here is President Trump in the Oval Office last night, reportedly around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, putting the finishing touches on the meme right before he posted it to Truth Social. So got to give him credit, man. I didn't think he did it. I didn't think that he did it, but apparently he did. So I am proven wrong, and I will I will admit it. We have this one now. Holy shit. So we have Gavin Newsom healing Swalwell, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden. You got the Somalis. You got George Floyd and the Minneapolis weirdos up there in heaven. You got the trans and gay flag. Oh, man. The internet's going to internet. And I'm very happy about that. Okay, let me read some super chats really quick. Get this image off the screen because that's just terrible. That, as Trump finishing up the image. Jen versus Evil Dev says InfoWars has gone full on tarded. Sadly, they have. Tay becomes a new member. Thank you. Nagranal says, is it you, Trump, or is it Jesus? Probably equal. The Mass Marvel says, didn't probably equal come from Trump not knowing anything about the Bible? Yes. However, I don't think that he doesn't know anything about the Bible. I think that he did not want to tie in to any specifics so the media could use that against him. But I also don't think he's an expert on the Bible either. Clamum says, the right is never going to win when we have so many getting upset about freaking memes. Sorry to say, but I get more black-pilled by the day lately. I get that, man. But bottom line is Trump won every swing state and the popular vote. That's the bottom line. Ramtack says Lucifer meets Venus or morning star. Satan means opposer or prosecutor. The word devil isn't even really biblical. It's made up after Jesus' death. The M4 Empire says, who answers the door for DoorDash? Leave it on the porch or GT and GTFO. I don't use DoorDash at all, really. I mean, maybe I have a couple times with somebody else ordering it, but me personally, like, I am not a DoorDash person. I don't like that idea of people handling my food from the place of business all the way to my house. I'm not a fan of that. Beastie Man says, and now the whiny left are going to boycott DoorDash. Packy Proton says, midstream cringe tax. At least the chat liked the comment. SJ Nix says, the people bitching about this are the leftist atheists who have no God or grace in them. Packy Proton says, SJ Nix, atheists are people too. We just believe in facts and science, not ancient fables. Graham Robbins says, absolutely tax. Steel Leg of History says, Trump for Pope tax. Butter framed in gold, absolutely tax. Fran Forsyth says, absolutely tax. Beardo's Large Gate says, the best way to open the door is to close it. Epically Eddie says, I absolutely love, absolutely CobraCast, absolutely. The Mudness 199 says, wake up, Jeremy. I know it's Israel's fault. Graham Robbins says, all these people saying Trump is going to be the next pope have it all wrong. Clearly, it'll be Marco Rubio. Brockatron says, can we get techno advanced by the end of the stream? Maybe we can. Packy Proton says, breaking news tax. This just in. I don't even know how to say that, but Generalissimo Francisco Franco is still dead. AJ says, Jeremy is delivered. He ain't struggle no mo. Stormbreaker says, I'll send you $20 super chat to play Trump YMCA. Listen, I really appreciate you guys like offering to like send me money to play clips, but I have a lot of integrity as a streamer, and I'm not the type that can be just bought off. So just because you throw $20 at me, I'm not just going to play clips. There we go. You know, a funny story. I was at the Hard Rock Cafe a couple of days ago in Universal City Walk. They were playing a lot of songs. They started playing YMCA. There was a couple of people you could tell. Not a lot. I'm not going to say that the whole place was going crazy. There were a couple of people you could tell they were Trump fans, and you could see them doing the shimmy. It was so, I was like, dude, Like, and you could tell there's other people that probably wanted to, but yeah, but it was great. It was really awesome. John freaking Murdoch says, yeah, if you want Jeremy to do things, it has to be way more than 20 or even 50. Yes, because I have integrity as a streamer. There's a lot of streamers, they're willing to do whatever. They're willing to do whatever just for a few bucks. I have integrity. All right. I would never, ever, ever make people feel like I can be bought and paid for. That's just not what I'm about. Candace says YMCA. That's right. It is his song now. You are correct, S-Dad. It 100% is. Webhead Mike says Trump is absolutely obtaining absolute victory if he can absolutely control the Strait of Hormuz. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tax. Look at this right here. This just dropped. Somebody tagged me. I think Marmillan tagged me in this, or somebody. Who tagged me in this? Oh, Joseph. Alfred Joe. Look at this. DoorDash driver was just asked if the White House is a good tipper. Dude, well, just the ultimate showman, okay? The ultimate showman.
Are the White House good tippers? Do you know?
Wait.
Potentially. Yes, very.
Mr. President, can I ask you something?
That's good. Thank you. You reminded me.
Are the White House good tippers? Do you know?
Wait.
Potentially. Yes, very.
What was this? It's like Elon Musk level mannerisms right there.
Potentially. Yes, very.
Nandy for 50 says, Jeremy, grow pigtails, make pigtails great again. Hail to you, Nandy. Don't remind me of that shit. That's why I'm never letting my hair grow out again. And it's all John freaking Murdoch's fault. All right. It's all his fault. Can't happen again. Won't happen again. Stormbreaker says the big tipper with the big dipper lol. Yeah. Trump is, man, it's crazy how much entertainment value is involved with all of this shit. And again, I think Asmongold had said it the other day, but we still got like 3 years of this shit, guys. All right. 3 years of this stuff. Okay, I got to hear InfoWars response. It's not Alex Jones, but InfoWars response to Trump's response. Here we go. All right, here's InfoWars response.
Did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me.
Well, see, what's interesting about this? And what's this guy's name on InfoWars? Harrison? Is that his name? The guy that's doing InfoWars now when Alex isn't there. But like, what's interesting there is his, and I will be honest, I don't watch InfoWars enough, but his response, Harrison Smith, his responses are exactly what Alex Jones' responses would be. Like it's almost like when back in the day when you had the O'Reilly factor and Bill O'Reilly wasn't there. You remember that the host, whoever filled in for Bill O'Reilly, would have the same exact talking points, the same exact opinions that Bill O'Reilly had. And you started to realize this really isn't a show about giving opinions. This is a show that has writers and producers and structure, and it just has a talking head to deliver the information. But the information is going to be the same no matter who is sitting there. That's very interesting. So like point blank, like Geeks and Gamers doesn't operate like that. If there's a different host, it's going to be a different show every day. So like if Ryan's hosting shows, there's going to be different talking points and different opinions. Whereas if I host a show, it's going to be completely different opinions and talking points. If Beardo hosts a show, completely different opinions and talking points. Anyway.
I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's
He
going
has
through
cancer.
some very serious cancer treatment, so
Yes, sir.
this goes a long way.
Yes, sir. It sure does.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any, that debatably might be worse. That might be, does he really think that's a doctor? Let's blow up the picture full screen. Does this look like a doctor to anybody? Have you ever been to?
Why aren't we taking this seriously? Why aren't we putting a serious, in-depth breakdown on a fucking meme? Holy shit.
To a doctor like this? Maybe Trump goes to a different doctor than I go to. I've never been to a doctor that treats me with light that he holds in his hand. That is a different kind of doctor, I guess. He's like, I'm a doctor. You know, when you go to the doctor and they put the healing light of God on your forehead, remember, you know, when you go to the doctor and they're holding the disembodied pure light of God in their hands, you know, the doctor. Apparently in this press conference, which was a little odd, again, Trump is making excuses for the war in Iran and saying that we already won, et cetera, et cetera. He's also there, I guess, with a DoorDash driver to promote no tax on tips, which was kind of neat. He's like asking the DoorDash driver her opinion on things. She's like, I don't, it's fine. He's like, what do you think about, you know, men and women's sports? And she's like, I'm here to deliver the
This is literally what he always does. This is what he's always done.
Donald, sir, please don't ask me to get involved in a hot button political firestorm.
I do want to, did he actually ask her about men and women's sports? That would be fucking awesome if he did. I got to see if he actually did that shit. That would be amazing. Okay, let me see. Holy crap. There's a lot going on right now.
Very fun. It's very, very funny stuff. But he was asked, he responded to a question about his post on Truth Social where he is depicting himself as Jesus. Little odd. A little bit of a strange way to present your.
All right, I've gotten all I need to know out of this one. So essentially, this guy is going to he's going to pretend to be offended. That's essentially where we are. Yes. Yes. Now we've got the DoorDash grandma. Trump handing. Oh my God, it never stops. It never stops. And it's glorious. Woo! This is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Stormbreaker says, I got that one. Incoherent Name says, it's laughable that people are calling Trump the Antichrist. The Antichrist is supposed to appear as a young, vibrant man. Wait. But wait, there's more. Sean Living Life says, dude gives Jew vibes. Don't say the Jew word. It's dangerous. Not supposed to do that. Now we've got Obama memes dropping. So there's Obama with the Ayatollah. You may be wondering, like, where is the Ayatollah?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Oh, goodness. Oh, what a timeline we're in. We are in on a timeline. Okay. Really want to find. Let me look and see. I really want to see if he asked her about men and women's sports, because that would be fantastic if so. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Change the subject really quick. Police are now carrying out mass arrest after an anti-Trump pro-Islamist leftist blocked the roads and tried to storm Chuck Schumer's office. Holy crap.
Fight like hell! Stop the bomb! End the killing! Fight like hell for the living!
Okay. Big shout out to these guys because these guys are working overtime on that lady. Holy crap. They are working overtime.
And the killing, fight like hell for the living. Stop the bomb and the killing, fight like hell.
He looks exactly like you would think he would look. These are the people we're supposed to take seriously, by the way. We're supposed to take these clowns seriously. That's what the left and the mainstream media tell us, is that these people are supposed to be taken seriously.
For the living, the bomb and the killing.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Put it in first.
Free Palestine!
Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like.
Holy crap. I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Hell for the living. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Fight like hell for the living. Stop the bombs and the killing. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Dude, like, somebody said it in the chat. Franz Forsythe said it. Many times here on this channel, I have referenced a certain type of person that I used to see when I worked at Home Depot. This person would walk in with Wolverine boots, Wrangler jeans, tape measure. These were general contractor lesbians. This is a GCL. This is a GCL right here. This person walks into Home Depot, Wrangler jeans, Wolverine boots, Dickies button-up shirt, tape measure, hammer on the other side, general contractor lesbian, GCL. That's one right there, out in the wild. They are scary. Do not approach any of them. If you see one, go the other way. Contact your local authorities immediately and pray. Okay? Simple as that. You're welcome. I just saved your life. Okay? I just saved your life. Woo! All right. I'm still looking to see if that was a meme of that guy saying that Trump asked them about that. All right. Oh, I see everybody on my timeline talking about our boy Quartering is live. This clip, here it is right here. Here it is. Here it is.
Okay. You mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book. And you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favorite Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal. So I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into.
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite.
The Bible means a lot to me.
What was this face?
You think about or
No,
it means a lot to you that you think about or cite.
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that
no,
you like.
I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal.
Verse that
no,
you like.
I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. I think it's just an incredible. The whole Bible is an incredible. I joke very much so. They always hold up the Art of the Deal. I say my second favorite book of all time. But I just think the Bible is just something very special.
Probably equal. I've got to get that clip here on this channel. The probably equal clip. I've got to get that uploaded because it's just too good, man. I'll bookmark that one and I'll go back and probably equal. Such a great line. What is this right here? San Diego police released K9 on man who reportedly stabbed a parking attendant in the head with a wooden cane. Holy crap. I got to be careful on this because I don't know what's about to happen. Oh, shit. I got to pre-screen this. Hang on. I got to pre-screen this. Hang on. That was at 31 seconds. Oh, yeah, they did release the dog. Is that Epic Mike? Hang on. Here we go. Got his ass. Got his ass. All right. I probably am going to have to clip that out. That's probably going to that's not going to be good for my channel. So, we'll see. But that was cool. That was cool. And hail to that badass K9. Dogs are the best. Nubbin is definitely Jew Rachel Maddow vibes. What's up, Nubbin? Good to see you here, brother. Let me see. Graham Robinson says the poor backs of those police, they should be considered hazard pay for having to lift those creatures out of the way. Agreed. Nas says, check the soles on that guy's boots. Bet he bought them for the protest to look tough. Ah, yes. Yes. East Coast Toasted Boy says, fine, I'll say it. How about we fund the gym membership? These people are IDOTs. Palestine isn't being held captive at all. They're already free. Timbo Slice says, same people calling MAGA a cult, by the way. Yep. 2012 Jameson says, why they have matching shirts for the event? Exactly. Where's the funding coming from? Where's the funding coming from? Graham Robbins says, I still work in construction in Seattle area and run into GCLs regularly. It's ironic they wear Dickies brand clothing given their preference. Probably equal 199. Perfect account, by the way. Perfect account. Amber says, good dog. Hell yes. Dogs are the best. Lord Panther says, I saw Trump doctor and he said to me, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Waffle Master says, did you or whoever manages your Rumble wallet ever check on your wallet account? I don't see an option here to donate gold. After my first 1K, I had to prove my identity might be the same. Well, I don't have a Rumble wallet set up on my Rumble D-Day Cobra yet. It's only running through Geeks and Gamers. Now, I'm actually talking to them. I'm asking them if they want me to see if they want to combine my D-Day Cobra with the Geeks and Gamers, or they want me to set my own wallet up. I don't know what the best option is. So right now, if you want to support us on Rumble Wallet, just do it directly through the Geeks and Gamers Rumble Wallet for now. I'll let you know soon if I can set up D-Day Cobra or not. Real Stream Hero says, where's that video of the guy who was talking about the Trump meme? Couldn't find it. I wanted to retweet it on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know where it's at now. I was just reacting in my timeline. Oh, here it is. His account is right here. This is his account. Right there. That's the account that uploaded it. I don't know the guy, but that's the account. Patriot Dad. So that's his account. You can go follow him over there or find that video if you want. Robert says wood chipper time. Agreed. I'm questioning my Dickies wardrobe now. I'm going to have to shop at Lowe's. That's understandable. That is very understandable. And let's see. Is this? And we got that. Let me see. Tell Jeremy to check the DM, send him the clip he wanted, Charlie said. Okay, what clip? I don't know what clip I asked for, but I'll check my DMs and see. Your company, Geeks and Gamers, is woke. Oh, the Fire Rises is here. What's up, Fire Rises? Yeah, I hope nobody sees that. Fire Rises, big fan of the channel. Been here for a long time. Fire Rises loves this channel and Geeks and Gamers and is a huge fan of mine. So I really hope no one sees that Fire Rises posted this about Geeks and Gamers. That would just destroy the company. Eric John says, not gold, it's Tether gold tied to gold price. Yeah. And you had donated that before. But yeah, right now, it's just got to be strictly through the Geeks and Gamers Rumble wallet until I find out. Hail Fire Rises. See, Fire Rises, you got fans here, man. They love you. Yeah, the last one was Marmillon sent some Bitcoin over there. Dirty Jersey says, are you still grifting the end of the world in World War III part 199? Take my money, mother effer. How was your weekend, by the way? Hail CobraCast, you lazy bastard. It was good. I did not, in fact, strike any channels down like Alyssa Clips, but apparently somebody else did. Yeah, Alyssa Clips, who clips out a lot of stuff, clips out my stuff sometimes, and apparently Alyssa Clips got their account. Someone struck the video of I want to say it was somebody covering the quartering stuff, and the video got taken down. Absolutely insane. Another video taken down. I just don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's absolutely insane. All right, look at this real quick. Apparently Joe Scarborough covered the Trump meme right here.
I pictures Jesus Christ healing people, and it just, I don't know, just the Baptist in me reminded me of what Jesus said. Many believers will fall away and betray one another and hate one another, and false prophets will arise and lead many astray. And because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. That wasn't the Pope. That actually was Jesus, who also said, blessed are the peacemakers, blessed are the meek, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for. We'll go through the whole thing down the road.
Moments ago, Pope Leo responded on a flight to Algeria, telling reporters, quote, I have no fear of the Trump administration, or speaking out loudly of the message of the gospel, which is what I believe I am here to do.
The Pope is garbage. So, I mean, again, who cares about the Pope? And now the Pope is having to deal with President Trump, and that'll be fun to watch that one all play out. So here we go. People are really upset, though, over this crap. Oh, is this it? Here we go. DoorDash grandma, Sharon Simmons, just said her husband was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, and President Trump's no tax on tips is helping save her family.
Well, what this really means for me is, as they said last year, my husband, he was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. During that time, I was able to take some time and take him to his appointments and, be there with him. But, as you know, going through treatment, even with insurance, you kind of break the bank. And, we pretty much went through our savings. And so when I found out about the no tax on tips, I was like, this is incredible, because this, it's not going to replace my life savings, but it's going to help certainly with future doctor's appointments and future things that, we have going on.
Sure. How much go ahead. Sorry.
It means a lot.
How much would you say it has saved you?
Well, over half of my my amount that I earned last year were tips. And so that is an incredible amount. So, if you really want to break down the numbers, I probably saved probably $3,000 to $4,000 with not having to pay.
And, but Trump is done. It's over. He'll never be able to survive this. So let's see. Oh, the probably equal one. Is that it? Okay. Uh-oh. Thank you, Charlie, for that clip. Narrative has been destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to share something with you. But once again, how does he do it? How does President Trump do it? We have evidence that President Trump was right once again. People said, doctors don't look like that, President Trump. What are you talking about? Boom. Well, if doctors don't look like that, explain this right here. Explain this. Trump wins again, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very respected doctor all throughout the country and the world. So there you have it. Trump wins again. There it is. Listen, if you know, you know. And if you don't, it's a good thing you don't, okay? Let's just, yeah, okay, Dan. Okay. Oh, man. We'll just leave it at that. But President Trump proven right again. All right. What is this shit? Hang on. What is this? What liberals see when Trump posts something religious.
It's the new phone!
Oh, freaking hell, man. Every day is awesome when you're in Trump world, man. Every day is awesome. Got that one. Let's see. And okay. Packet Proton says, and we're going to paint some happy little demons in the corner. Just a smidgen. Don't want them to happy. Now, do we? We wouldn't be good for us, says Packing Protons. JDT for 10 says, let's see. Trump is the king of breaking the internet. I knew he was going to come out with a reverse hook, but let it marinate to troll the internet. It's what he does. Eric John says, when we going to get Cobra Coin? I don't know enough about that shit, man. I don't want to be the next Hawk Tua girl where she like came out with her coin and then got in all kind of crap. I don't know enough about that world. I'll just say donate to the Rumble wallet for Geeks and Gamers. That's as much as I know. Robert says, what about the intern, Scarborough? Yeah, Joe Scarborough, you want to talk about that? Stormbreaker says, Jeremy is the South Carolina meetup to plan it. When is he? Well, if it happens, it's going to be, was it May 22nd? And it looks like it will happen, but I don't have an official announcement to make just yet. So, Dorothy A says, Jeremy is pretty much my all day and night news channel. There's a part of me that is very, very honored to hear that. And there's another part of me that is very sad to hear that. But I do appreciate it. The fact that I'm your constant news channel, it's like, that makes me happy. And it's also like, oh my God, we're screwed. So Robert got that one. Stormbreaker got that. Why am I Sasquatch? Says, I can only listen to your streams at work. So I thought all this time you were saying fear the dork reader, but it's fear the door greeter. Yes, that is true. 2012 James says, Jeremy, remember Olympics last summer in Paris? I don't know what the reference there is. Cole Howler says, as I said this morning, if the left cared so much about God, why didn't they renounce Don Lemon's trespass into the Lord's house, disrespected his children? It's a meme, people. Praise Allah 199. Damn right. Thank you. Appreciate that, Cole Hauser. Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you as always. And again, if you are tuning in, I know a lot of you are tuning in, but we're covering the situation with Donald Trump last night and the image that he posted on True Social. That image has been since deleted by President Trump. And he did address everything earlier today in the most Trumpian way possible, essentially saying that he thought that he was portraying himself as a doctor in that image is what he felt. And that he blamed it on the mainstream media because, of course, he did. And then he said that he heals people and he makes people better. So he does that as a doctor. That was Trump's response. And I'll play it one more time just for people that are just tuning in. But this is his Trumpian response right here.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000. I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious cancer treatment. So,
Dr. Trump. So, Dr. Trump in the house. That is his response right there, and it's about as funny as you could expect it to be from President Trump. So, there you have it. Okay, next up, Trump, the patron saint, Dr. Jesus, Donald Trump. Trump, I am the doctor now. The Jews made Trump post it. That's right. Raging D-Head says, Jeremy, the only gay Trump supporter I endorse. Robert says, Dr. Trump, love it. Yeah, the Dr. Trump memes are probably going to go crazy. Now you're going to see tons of those for sure. And the Pope is probably going to get crushed over and over again by Trump. Trying to see if there's any other clips that I wanted to show you this morning. I wasn't planning on going live this early today because I had some stuff to do. But when he addressed that, I was like, oh, we got to go live and cover that because of course we do. The Pope is a dope. Man, I guess mods are just like mass deleting comments on quartering stream. So, damn. Free speech advocate, just mass removing comments. That's interesting. Okay. Probably not helping the situation. If you just would have listened to my advice, it probably would have been better, brother. Just saying. I was trying to help. But, oh well, you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. So, can we get a Dr. Mario meme, but it's Trump? Now, that's a good request right there. That's a good request. Dan Vask would support that, who's also in the chat. Dr. Mario meme, but it's Trump. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me see. Message marked for deletion. Lady Aaron D says, yeah, I heard he modded a bunch of people to help delete comments. Yikes. Well, whatever says years ago, Crowder did a Dr. Trump music video. Did he? I'll have to check that one out. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of them today that'll be releasing. So that'll be fun. RoboCop greater than the quartering, says Dan Vask. Dr. Mario is my crack. Yeah, I mean, the music on Dr. Mario is so good. That's some of the best music in video game history. It's so good. I actually want to play Dr. Mario now. Is Dr. Mario on the virtual console, Dan, on the Switch? Is it on the NES? Because I might have to fire that up later today. Dan would know, too, if it's on the virtual console. Larry the Audette says, yes, it is. Oh. I'm going to have to play that one. Yes, multiple versions. Okay. I'm going to have to fire that up. Just for the music alone is so good. You want Double Dash on virtual console? Yes. If they add Mario Kart Double Dash to virtual console and give us online multiplayer, I may quit YouTube and just play Double Dash online. I may retire CobraCast and just focus on D-Day Cobra Gaming, and I'll just run 20-hour streams of Double Dash on D-Day Cobra Gaming, and then I'll get like 4 hours of sleep, and then I'll wake up and I'll do it all over again. And that'll just be my life. Just give me good online multiplayer with Mario Kart Double Dash. I'll retire CobraCast. I'll just stream Mario Kart Double Dash 20 hours a day, online multiplayer, and it'll be awesome. Robert says, Dr. Trump, love it. Cole Hauser says, you need to fire up Modern Warfare 2 and play with us. I know. What are you playing it on again? I can't remember if you told me. What are you playing it on? Stormbreaker says, Jeremy, how do you become a mod? At name color blue. You have to be a woman because we're woke. So if you identify, we take that into consideration. But you have to be a woman or a gay man, and that's why Can Man and Eric made the cut. So, oh man, mods catching strays. You'll love to see that. Candy says, well, I identify as a woman. Packer Proton says, paging Dr. Trump, Dr. Vance, Dr. Trump. Donnie Danko's gay too, and Dan is too. Yeah, Dan's a black woman. So, see, Jeremy is turning on Trump already. It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it there, and then we will have another round tonight, and then I'm doing gaming after that because that new Buzz Lightyear skin in Fortnite is fucking awesome. So as long as Jay's internet holds up, I'm assuming he will be playing with me with Fortnite tonight. So another round happening probably 7 Eastern, somewhere in there is when I'll fire up the next stream. So probably around 7 Eastern. Okay. So have that one noted for later tonight. We'll do a follow-up with all this other crazy stuff. I really appreciate all of you guys. We will end with JD Vance hot dog flavored water. PS3 with Jose Taco and Nagranol. Got you, Cole Hauser. Got you. All right, guys. Have a good evening, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.